Welcome to Robertson View Academy, and today we are going to do a continuation of the topic that we started. This topic is called calculus. Now, when we were looking at calculus, we defined it to be the branch of mathematics that often investigate the quantities that are changing. Now, we said that calculus can be in two forms. We talked about differential and we talked about integral. Now, under integral, we talked about what we call the definite, definite calculus, and there is one that's called the indefinite. Okay. Now, we say that the definite calculus is one that has no bounds. Is one that has no what? Bounds. Okay. But the indefinite, we say that is one that has the bounds. Okay, is one that has bounds. So let's look at an example, probably from an exam, which says evaluate. Evaluate. So here we did discuss previously on one that has no bounds, and today we're specifically looking at the indefinite which has bounds. So let's say we have the upper bound 2 and we have the lower bound 1 here. Open, we have 4x, okay, plus 2. 4x plus 2, okay. Then we close like this. Now, they told us to evaluate. How do we evaluate such a question? First of all, this is paper 2 calculator version. How do we evaluate such? We're going to say, number one, the first principle that we need to take into consideration is that we open the set of brackets, okay, like that, then we close. Remember, how do we integrate? We said that integration is the reverse process of differential. Okay, under differential, the power was reducing by 1, and now we're going to be doing an increment of 1. So that is the 4x. Remember, there's an invisible power 1. This invisible power 1 will increase by 1 over 1 plus 1. We do just the repeated unit of this. We have a plus here. This is it, a plus 2. Remember, under differential, when we had such, we were ignoring it or considered to be 0, but now we're just going to add the x to this value. Okay, so add x, but since this x have been added by us, there is no 1 plus 1. Okay, what's our upper bound? 2. Our lower bound? 1. Okay. We go to the other step. Our upper bound 2, lower 1. So we have 4x, 1 plus 1, we have a 2. 1 plus 1, and here we have a 2 plus. We have 2x. Okay, this is equivalent to, look at this, 2 can go into 4 how many times? 2 times. So we're going to remain with 2x raised to the power 2. Then we have a plus 2x. Okay, what's our upper bound? 2. Our lower bound? 1. This is equivalent to, we check, what do we have as our upper bound? Our upper bound is 2. So in the first set of brackets that we're going to display, anywhere where there is x, we're going to be replacing x with the upper bound. So we have 2, we have x here, our upper bound is 2 raised to the power 2 plus 2, what is the upper bound? It's still 2. Then we close like that. Always here we put a minus. So we subtract the variables of that one where we included the upper bound. Then we subtract it with a what? With those of the lower bound. So we say minus. So we start again. Now in this other set of brackets where there is x, we're going to be replacing with the lower bound. In this case, the lower bound is 1. So we have 2. What is x? The lower bound is 1. Okay. Then there's a square plus 2. What's our lower bound? 1. Then like that. So the rest, we do the calculations and we say this is equivalent to. Now, for you to get the correct answers, you make sure to say you start with those in brackets, you square them, okay? Or perhaps you want to do, perhaps it's the power, make sure you find that power. Now, what is 2 squared? 2 times 2, it will give us 4. 4 answer multiplied by 2, it will give us 8 plus this plus here. 2 by 2, it will give us 4. We close minus 1 raised to the power 2 is 1, meaning 1 times 1, it will give us 1. That answer 1 multiplied by 2, it will give us 2 plus 1 by 2, it will give us a 2. Okay? This by this plus this one, 8 plus 4, it will give us a 12 minus 2 plus this one, which will give us a 4. Then this is equivalent to this minus this, it will give us 8. Then you write units. So this is how we resolve a problem based on integral calculus, specifically under indefinite. Now, supposingly you have a question. Supposingly you have a question like this. Let's say we have evaluate. Let's pick which numbers. Okay, let's say we have let's put 2 and let's try to work out with a negative value. Then from there, let's have 2x, okay? 2x raised to the power 2. Then we'll have a plus. Let's have x plus 2, okay? Let's try to work this out. So we're going to say this is equivalent to, we have 2x. Now here we do not multiply. Remember, it's the reverse process. So we do not multiply, but this power always has to have an increment of 1. So 2 plus 1, it will be 2 plus 1 over a 2 plus 1. Then there's a plus. Here we have x. Remember, when we have x, there is an invisible power of 1. So this 1 will increase by 1 over 1 plus 1. Then there's a plus. Here we have a 2. And we add x. And remember from our discussion we said when we add x ourselves, there is no increment that will occur. So what's our upper bound? 2. Lower bound? -1. This is equivalent to, we have 2x, 2 plus 1, that will give us a 3, over 2 plus 1, a 3, plus, here we have x raised to the power 2, this and this one, it will be a 2, plus 2x, okay? Upper bound 2, lower a -1. From there we look at, we say this is equivalent to, now the question is, can 3 go into 2 without leaving a remainder? The answer is no. Can this go into 1 without leaving a remainder? The answer is no. So what we can do here is that, first of all, let us replace those values. We see what we're going to have. Here in the first set of brackets, we'll replace where there is x, we'll put the upper bound. So that will be 2. What is our upper bound? Our upper bound is 2. Then we have a 3 over 3. Okay? Plus. What is our upper bound? Our upper bound is 2. Then raised to the square. This over 2 plus 2. Okay? Over, we can just say 1. Okay? Then we close the brackets minus. Now in the other sets of brackets, where there is x, we're going to be replacing with the lower bound. So we'll say that will give us 2. What is this? Is the 2. What is our x value? -1 raised to the power 3. Then we have a plus. Open. Sorry. Yes. Open. -1 close. Then raised to the power 2. Here raised to the power 3. Then we have a plus. Plus what? 2. Okay. And -1. So here we have over 2. Here we have over 3. Okay, we continue. This is equivalent to 2 raised to the power 3. So it means that it's 2 by 2 by 2. Okay, but this is a calculator version. So what we have here is that 2 times 2, that's a 4. 4 by 2, it will give us 8. Answer 8 multiplied by this one here, it will give us what? 16. So we have 16 over 3 plus this, it will give us a 4 over 2 plus this and this, it will give us a 4 over 1 minus, here, look at this, -1 raised to the power 3, it is same as -1 by -1 by -1. So -1 times -1, it is +1. Positive 1 multiplied by negative 1, it will still give us that negative. So here we have negative 1. So this raised to the power of this, you can try on your calculator, we have negative 1. Now what is that negative 1 answer multiplied by 2? It will give us minus 2. Then we have over 3 plus. This raised to the power 2, it will give us 1, a positive, because negative 1 by negative 1, negative 1, negative, positive. 1 times 1, 1. So it will just give us 1, then we have over 2 plus this and this, it will give us a negative 1. Okay, then we can say over 1. Okay, hopefully we are following. Now, from here we are going to say, look at this. Now, supposing you can see that these numbers cannot go into, this one cannot go into this one, and this one cannot go into this one. So, what we'll do is that we'll find the common denominator. And what we mean by common denominator is, is there a number in which that number, a 3 can go into that number without leaving a remainder. That same number, a 2 can go into that number without leaving a remainder, and 1. And we have to look at for a lowest number, lower number as possible. Now, that lower number probably has to be 6. So we'll say over 6. Over 6. 3 can go into 6 without leaving a remainder. 2 can go into this one without leaving a remainder, and 1 can go into this one. So here is the thing. 3 into 6 can go into, 3 can go into 6 how many times? 3 can go into 6 2 times. That answer 2 multiplied by 6, by 16, it's going to give us a 32 plus 2 into 6. How many times? 3. 3 answer multiplied by 4, it will give us a 12 plus this into this one, this into this, 1 into 6, 6 multiplied by 4, that would be 12, 24. Okay, 24 minus, what's the common denominator here? It is the 6. This into this one, it will go in 2 times. 2 multiplied by 2, that's a minus 4. Okay, plus this into this one, 3. 3 multiplied by 1, that's a 3. Okay, this into this one, 6. 6 multiplied by negative 1, it will give us a negative 6. But this negative by this one, it will give this and this, it will give us a negative. So we have a negative what? 6. Okay, here. Because if we say, look at this, if we say we have a plus here, this is it, and we have a negative 6. So if we just do this and this, it will still give us a negative. So I think we can just write negative what? 6. Hopefully we are okay here. Now from there we'll say, we can just add everything up here. Okay, I'm asking for a calculator so that we can be fast. Okay, so let's see. This plus this, let's see, 32, 12, 24. This, it will give us 8. This, and this, it will give us 6. 68. 68. Minus, now let's do that one, where we have negative 3 plus 3 minus 6. Okay, so we have minus 4 plus 3 minus 6. It will give us so look at this, we've seen this negative, it is this one here. Then open this here, so you will say over 6 here, this minus is this one. Then when I did the calculations here of the mathematics, it gave me a minus 7 over 6. Okay, so from there now we'll say this is equivalent to negative and negative, positive. So it will be 68 plus what? 7. Then here, when we have similar common denominators, we just get 1. So it will be over what? Over 6. So from there now, we'll say this plus this, I'm sure it will give us a 75. Let's just confirm. We have 68 plus 7. Yes, 75. 75. So this and this, we said it will give us a what? A 75 over 6. This into this one, it will give us a 12.5. Then remember, we put units. So I tried to be slow as possible so that we can all pick it up correctly. Okay. So in our next lecture, in our next lesson, we are going to look at how we can determine the gradient of the tangent and that of the normal to the curve. Okay. So this is it. What are we supposed to do when looking at this thing? Then what we need to do as well, I think we can just have some work, and this is the work that you're going to have. Okay, you can evaluate. Okay, you can evaluate 5 make 2 3x2 plus 4. Okay, x like that. Try to evaluate this. Now, this one every time it will give you up to 3 marks. So make sure, don't forget you subscribe, and also you click that like button, and so that you can be notified as soon as we post new videos. Then also, for those who are interested in doing tuitions, so I can teach mathematics, I can teach English, I can teach biology, I can teach chemistry, physics, civic education, and other subjects to mention a few. Now, the number for online tuition is 0975 926142. You can just call and we see how best we can help you. For those who are doing GCE, we also do GCE registration, and we also do GCE tuitions. Mr. Waliasa.